kill! Triple kill! Killing spree!
Alright, that was the warm-up. Very much welcome to Splitgate in 2023. So I went back in order to play Splitgate, which is a free-to-play sci-fi arena shooter with strong influences from games such as Halo. And that has to do also with the fact that the small developer studio behind Splitgate called 1047 Games said early on that they love the Halo games and have therefore been inspired to make a similar shooter. But is it then like Halo? Well, sure, some of the guns strongly reminds me of Halo, alongside with many of the game modes available in Splitgate. But there's a twist of feature, I would say, that makes this game special in its genre, and that is the ability to use portals. These portal mechanics gives you the possibility to both travel faster on the map, but also a tactical tool, since you can both shoot and throw nades through the portals or use nades to actually close them, which can be lethal if you manage to open a portal behind the enemies, let's say for example if you're playing King of the Hill. Here's when I also would like to hear from you in the comments. What do you think about Splitgate? Splitgate has had an interesting journey so far, since it was first released in 2019 on PC and PC only. And I was one of those early birds playing the game back then, and I also made a video or two that got some acknowledgement from the developers as well. And I responded that my impressions were positive and that I wished them all the best when it comes to the further development of the game. As many other smaller studios, 1047 Games also struggled to get their game out there, and since it was only an exclusive PC game at that point of time, that also limited the chances to get out to a broader audience. So the studio decided to make an overhaul of the game and took the very right decision, in my opinion, to also make the game crossplay. This added more players into the game, since PC players now could play alongside with Xbox One and PlayStation 4 players as well. The game therefore got its second release due to this overhaul at the end of July 2021. And what happened after that is what every small game developer is dreaming of, I guess. The game got a boost since some big YouTubers and streamers discovered the game, which resulted in even more people playing Splitgate for a period of time, since even the follower of the followers decided to give the game a try as well. And I must say that the game and the developers deserves it, or deserved it. The game plays well, and I have good frames, good FPS, even though I'm at the moment are playing with medium-built PC, you might say. And if you're like me, an old Halo fan as well, then Splitgate definitely could be of interest for you here in 2023. But as often, the amazing numbers that follow when it comes to player count didn't last for a very long time, which isn't that unusual when a game goes viral for some time. The game dropped from a peak concurrent Steam player count of nearly 70,000 players in August 2021 to about 1,700 players in August 2022. There's only been around 500 players for the last 4 months, which aren't that many on average, but still enough to keep the game going. And again, it's a game made by a small indie studio, and I've been playing several other games, even newer ones, that are struggling to keep the same kind of numbers. But around September last year in 2022, Studio 1047 Games announced that they would cease development of Splitgate in favor of putting resources toward an all-new product. And of course, these news weren't happy ones for the players that both has invested time and money into Splitgate. But I can partly understand their decision, especially based on what happened when Splitgate became a viral game, and then all of a sudden it wasn't anymore. Well, the team likened its struggle to bailing water, while also trying to keep everyone who bought a ticket to board our ship happy, while also trying to turn our boat into a rocket ship. I think that's a very descriptive saying, and I guess something that other smaller studios most likely has experienced as well, if their game, which is a small percentage, all of a sudden takes off. It's not easy when a game grows from about 1,000 players up to 200,000 players in just a few weeks, making their servers crashing, which forced 1047 Games to take the entire game offline to help scale it. But that's a tough task to do for a smaller team, even though they got some financial help along the way. So that brings us into 2023 and a game that at least are operating for now with player progression and cosmetics intact and new battle passes, at least from what I can see. Is this though enough for you in order to get into Splitgate in 2023, you might ask? I would like to say please give the game a try if you're looking for a good free-to-play shooter that, like the old Halo games, favors good gunplay and skill on equal terms, meaning each team has similar weapons and power weapons like snipers or in rocket launchers are placed on the map, so whoever gets there first can pick them up. There's a bunch of cosmetics in the game, as mentioned, both for the characters and for the guns, and you're able to play ranked as well, if that is something for you, alongside with the social playlists. Overall, the UI is pretty straightforward here, and as mentioned before, the gunplay and performance is good, and that was definitely one of the reasons why I decided to come back to the game again, in order to see what has been added since the last time I played Splitgate. It's clear though that the developers are now working on a new free-to-play game in the Splitgate universe using the Unreal Engine 5. But before that happens, meaning that new game comes out, I can strongly recommend you to try out Splitgate. It's a good FPS game, made with a lot of love, and even though the player base is small, I at least did not have any problems getting into matches, even though I was recording the gameplay before noon. With that said, thanks for watching also, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you want to watch more FPS gameplay videos similar to this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell as well, and I'll talk to you soon again. Bye bye.
Killing spree. Lost. 1 minute remaining. Double kill. Game over. Victory.